Well, at least we worked out the technical difficulties right before it started.
We'll do it live.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining. Whoever's here, thanks for being here.
Yeah, let me. Looks like we got Steven, that middle guy. Bearded Nate, Josh,
Josh, how's it going?
and this guy.
Oh, that's fucking Ken. I heard he's a fucking famous dude.
So,
famous people are usually off a little bit, you know.
yeah,
It makes them unique and eccentric.
that's me, unique and eccentric.
You didn't know I could use words like that, did you?
You know the most popular form of birth control for accountants, right?
What's that?
Our personalities.
Nate, how's it going, buddy?
Hi, Nate.
Good. Actually, speaking of Nate, you want to laugh? You know how I got Nate's butter, the mass hole?
Yep.
I got the oil and the butter. That's the only one of his butters I finally got to try. I was gonna use it yesterday. I'm looking all over my house for that fucking shit. I'm like, dude, where the fuck did I put this butter? Usually it's in my bathroom or inside the closet.
Yep.
I just right before we started, I looked over right here, and it looks just like my weed container, kind of my grinder. So if you look at the grinder, like if it's down there, just like quick glance, it looks the same. And I was like, yo, I didn't realize that it was my butter. And I picked it up. I'm like, oh, there it is. It looks the same. And I was like, yo, I didn't realize that it was my butter.
I just realized I never had one of his butters until just the other day when I got the Ledger Man.
Ledger Man, I know. I'm gonna. What are you not going to say anything because you're doing a video about it, or?
Well, I already did a video about it. I mean, I like it.
I didn't catch your video.
It was just a short one. Initial impressions.
I saw that one. I saw the initial impressions.
Yeah, and I like it. I mean, if I had it to do over again, I'd probably get more creative. But long-lasting scent, that surprised me with the apple. Mm-hmm. Looks like we got Josh back in Beard Shack. Kevin.
Beard Shack, what's up, buddy? How's it going?
Yeah. And by the way, maybe people can let me know. We thought about getting a guest for today, and then kind of decided on maybe a topic could be a good way to go. The topic we came up with, and we don't have to do it the whole hour, but something I've always wondered: YouTube versus Instagram. I know a lot of people are 90% YouTube and Instagram just for communicating, or they live in Instagram and once in a while stop by and check out YouTube. And I just thought it might be an interesting topic.
We're both kind of different. You have more YouTube, little sprinkled a little Instagram. Pretty much all Instagram, maybe a little bit of YouTube, but
yeah,
I don't even look much on my stuff. Like I'll look to see how many views our stream is getting. But other than that, I don't really look at I post them and then I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get Instagram. I just if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But it's for the most part just pictures in words, and you flip through and read stuff, right?
Yeah, but there's little videos. They got shorts. So it's more than just pictures and words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just for example, I wouldn't know what to put up there. The only thing I ever post on Instagram are posts to tell people about what I'm doing on YouTube. I just I don't get the appeal.
Well, you could do a lot more. Personally, I think Instagram's a better version of YouTube. Really, because you can pretty much post out long videos. You can do short videos. You can communicate a lot better and easily on Instagram. Like I think how we started talking was I think I caught your video. I think I started following you on Instagram or something like that, and then I don't know if we text each other or how it all happened, but
yeah. In fact, Nate from Ferocious, basically, this is what I do. I'm going to use his words. I like YouTube for doing shows, and IG for communicating with people. I also get a kick out of the difference in live streams. On
Mm.
YouTube, it's planned, set time. On Instagram, they just pop up. That's one aspect that I think is kind of cool. Just,
Mm. You
anytime
should
anyone feels like it.
you should you should definitely run down a slip and slide, Nate. That that would be pretty funny for me to. I want to see this now. Maybe you should do that for a live stream.
Yeah, TikTok. What are you limited to a minute?
I think it's up to 3 minutes now. I actually got like I want to say like 5,000 followers on TikTok. I I stumbled across that during quarantine. There was something on Facebook. Someone posted a video on Facebook or something like that. I tried to
Yep.
watch it, but then I couldn't watch it. So then my stepdaughter like helped like downloaded it with me and helped me set it up. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, this is stupid. Then the
I
next day I pick it up, I start scrolling.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I sat there for like 3 hours watching these videos, laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
And then
I
it's. I'm sorry.
no. I split my viewing time pretty much between TikTok and YouTube. I'll get sick of the long videos on YouTube and go to TikTok, and then I'll get sick of the short ones on TikTok and go back to YouTube.
I think when I
And
go on YouTube a lot, I find myself on the shorts. I'll stop watching the shorts.
yep. Well, yeah, I do the same thing, but for some reason, TikTok is kind of cool. And Kevin mentions that he's dreading opening a TikTok.
Dude, TikTok's funny. It's fun. What I hate about TikTok, there's a lot of restrictions, man. I've had so many videos taken down for like nothing. Like you guys know, I drop f bombs all the time. So if I've gone live on there and got taken down because I swore too much, it's like
What, on
fuck you.
Instagram,
No, on
TikTok?
TikTok.
Yeah, and Bearded Hoosiers says I should post a picture and I'd be able to interact. Bearded Hoosiers, Hoosier, we've talked on Instagram. I'm there. And Josh says
I
you use Instagram more than Facebook.
I do as well too.
I,
Facebook Facebook started getting old just with everything. Everybody hated everybody on Facebook, and I was like, I had enough of this shit.
yeah, I pretty much use Facebook the same way I do Instagram. I post in fact, I meant to post a link to this on Facebook. I just did it. Yeah, pretty much just post my videos on Facebook, and that's all I do on Facebook. In fact, it's kind of cool with Facebook. At least you can post a link to your video. Instagram, it's just a picture, and hope someone takes the time to move from Instagram
I
to.
noticed. I don't know how to do it, but people that put up the link trees. So then, like, if you put in your bio of your Instagram, it could be a link tree, and then it'll bring you over to.
Yep, you mentioned that, and I meant to do it.
And actually, it'd probably be good because a lot of times too, if I see something, someone talks about their YouTube or whatever on Instagram, I go over to their page, and then I'll look for that to kind of go follow them on YouTube, because if it's not there, I'm too lazy to start looking myself.
Yeah, Kevin mentions YouTube is more professional tool than Instagram, but I get the feeling IG would be the
How
place to
how,
get
how
more
professional
exposure.
how professional does this look?
Not very.
That don't look very professional to me, buddy.
Okay, yep. On IG, it's basic pop-up videos. So I would think you can do. Oh, maybe you can't do StreamYard.
Actually, Nate,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't like TikTok. Nate from Ferocious. I like the post today. I'm glad you listened. That's just free advertisement. He was saying yesterday on a show. He's like, it's like I want to post all the pictures, all the new labels he's been making. And he's like, I just don't want to like put too much out there. And it's like, why? It's free. And guess what? The more you put out there, the more you end up on people's pages, the more people are going to find you. Or if I like, even subconsciously, if you don't think about it that time, but all of a sudden you can be like, oh, I want to try a new company. I saw Ferocious so many times. What is this company about? And then I'll go look. That's how a lot of times I try new companies. It's like you see it, you see it, you see it. Then you start trying to look around to see if anybody else has talked about it. And then
Yeah.
you end up trying it based on what you hear.
And Nate mentioned IG Reels, but I thought those stayed up for 24 hours and then they disappear.
No, that's the story.
Stories? Okay.
Yeah, the story's the little red rings around your face. Like when you have a story. I know that's when you're live, but like there's something around there that says that there's a story.
And the other thing I wondered about Instagram, maybe someone in the chat can let me know, is it basically just common courtesy? Everyone that follows you, you follow them back. I've noticed when I see Instagram accounts with like 12,000 followers, they're following about 12,000 people as well. So I wondered if it's common courtesy on Instagram to just follow back.
Zeb, what's up, brother?
Yeah, Nate, Messenger is pretty handy.
Messenger is pretty great.
Yeah.
You can put a link on your Instagram stories. There it is.
I
don't know how to do that.
Oh. I guess he's saying that you can put a link on your Instagram stories to your YouTube posts.
There you go.
Yeah, Facebook, like I said, I post things. If I do a video on YouTube, I post it on Facebook and hope I get some traffic and more post time.
Dude, listen, guys. Actually, I think there's two companies in here. Listen, man, the more you post, the more you're out there. It's free average. You're just taking time out of your day to kind of make the post. Costing you is a little bit of your time to promote your business. So post away, man.
I don't know if you saw Ferocious's new labels on his live stream the other day. They look pretty sharp. No more black and white, full color.
I have more followers than people I follow back.
I do too, but just out of laziness. Every time I get on Instagram, I try and just hit the suggested people. And
what I'll do sometimes too, if someone starts following me, this is the way I look at it on Instagram. If someone starts following me, that's because I did something that you were interested in watching, right?
Yep.
I don't always follow back right away. And if I notice they're commenting in my post or they're liking a lot of my posts, then I'll stop following them or go look at their page first and then start following them.
And a lot of times I'll go by if it's someone I know is already following them. Yeah.
A lot of people I follow, I don't even know if they're like a lot of things I follow, they don't follow me back, but I don't care because I enjoy watching whatever they're putting up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or it's a celebrity.
In fact, what's that?
I want to try to get Hacksaw Jim Duggan to follow me back, and I don't know why. He was like when I was a kid, in like the old WWE, when it was like when I was young, it was huge at that time in the 80s. And like he was like, I always used to like guys like, dude, he was just a big meatball, and I was like,
yep.
Dude, I fucking love
Hacksaw.
Yeah, and just running around with a 2x4.
I mean, when I was a kid, it was some of the oldies. Chief J Strongbow. I don't know if you remember him.
I remember him.
Yeah, there were some good ones out there. So, anyone in the chat have some ideas on Instagram, or do you have a preference? Instagram over YouTube or vice versa? I've had a lot of people tell me I should post stuff on TikTok, but I don't see the point. I mean, I put some little minute-long video on TikTok. That's not going to translate to someone, showing up on YouTube.
I think you can get away with some TikTok. So,
did you see that IG meme? I don't mean to brag, but I'm followed by 4 people worldwide. I must not have been one of the 4 people. It's Satisfied Senior's here.
Satisfied Senior, how's it going, buddy? Oh, he's the one that sent you the right?
Yes, he did. And he came up with the name Ledger Man, which I thought was pretty cool. I think I mentioned I'm going to get a superhero suit now to match my name. Yeah, Instagram Live, they're more informal. They're, in a way, more enjoyable.
I like it just because it's like, you know what? I'm just going to go live now. And what happens when you go live, people that are following you get a notification that you're live. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if they're just doing that, they can join in. So it's kind of cool too. So if I'm just sitting here, just say I'm doing nothing but watching TV, I get a notification that someone's live. I'm like, oh, let me go check it out what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've got to check out Zeb Media. I've got to do a better job of checking out channels that I might not realize were there.
Zeb's a cool
Hey,
kid.
Rock.
E-Rock, how's it going?
And Nate says it wouldn't be as interesting if it were an IG. I love StreamYard for its screen sharing, streaming Facebook, YouTube, and even Twitter.
There you go. Now, do you have a Twitter account?
Uh,
Do you tweet?
no, I don't tweet. I know I had a Twitter account, and I've got a sheet with all my passwords. I'm sure that somewhere I've got a Twitter
I never got Twitter. I never got it. It never stuck with me.
I think when
Don't get me wrong, but like I just like I don't get this.
when Trump started doing all the tweets, I was kind of curious, so I set up a Twitter account just so I could see what was going on. But I got pretty bored of it pretty quick and just got rid of it. No, I'm not twitting.
Are you twitting, Nate? Are you twitting? I see Nate as a Twitter guy. I could be wrong, but I could see Nate as a Twitter guy.
Except for a super famous guy that you want to hear what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
I don't see the point. Like if I was doing tweets, who in the world would care? I mean, Oh, and Bearded Rudy said he had Instagram since 2014.
I've had Instagram since like
2017, he meant. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's about. I made an Instagram, but never went on it. I didn't understand it at first, so I was always a Facebook. I started off with Facebook, I guess.
Yep, and Nate did the same thing. I kept on hearing about it on the news, and didn't want to wait for the 6 o'clock news to find out what was going on.
Here's what my news is: sports radio. If it's not on sports radio in my car, I know nothing about it because I don't see any other news of it.
Yeah, and Josh is probably right that perhaps you can reach more people.
I think Instagram's a little bit more personable too.
Yeah, but for me, I mean, my assumption is if I wanted to grow on Instagram, all I'd have to do is go hog wild on the follow button.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
At one point on Facebook, I think I had 250 friends, people I knew all of them, and when I was first starting out, 10% of my views were coming from Facebook. So I thought, well, let me get 1,250 friends, and I realized it didn't translate into 10 times more views because I actually knew the 250 people. I don't really know the 1,250. I mean, if I wanted 5,000 Facebook friends by the end of this weekend, I could do it. Just
Yeah.
request.
Yeah, I just try to keep Facebook personal, you know what I mean? Or people I really are friends with.
And what did Rudy say? I started working 70 hours a week, so I deleted it because my life was boring.
I like Facebook just for more of keeping up with friends from high school and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's good for that. And like I mentioned before, for some reason, I like the Messenger a bit better than Instagram for communicating. Or maybe I'm just used to it.
Yeah, it's both kind of the same. Are you coming up or not? My cat's like stalking around me over here. Are you coming up? Come on.
And Seth says, I think as you grow, you reach more on YouTube. IG is good to build your brand, let your followers get to know you, but YouTube is where you'll get the views. And to me, it's more official than, to me, YouTube is much more official. Though I have seen guys who just use YouTube for live feeds the same way people use Instagram. In fact, they're probably doing YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook all at the same time. Some of these, there's one of those First Amendment auditors, and every time he has a court case, when he walks out of the court, he gets on there. And just spur of the moment, he'll get 2,000 or 3,000 people on there. So
Hmm.
I guess you don't have to plan.
Dude, chill with your nails. Ah, this is my feisty bitch. I don't know what's up with her lately. She's been like wanting me to hold her and stuff, which is very weird. Dude, those things are sharp. Chill out.
Yeah, and Bearded Rudy's talking about spam accounts. In fact, I used to just on Facebook accept people. Now, I'm double checking, looking at their their page, looking at their posts, looking at their about. I noticed a new phenomenon because where I live, if the fake accounts will say they're from Providence,
Yeah.
and but they're easy enough to pick out. You accept them as a friend, and within a few hours,
Yo,
you get a hello. Where are you from? Now, was that cat a friendly cat, and this is odd, or
she's been like this lately. No, she's like she wants attention when she wants it usually, but she was never like one that wanna like. Now she like begs for it or jumps on you every time you sit down, and it's like she totally flipped the switch. But it's funny sometimes if I won't pet her, now she swats at me if I don't pet her.
yeah,
Before she used to try to swat at me because I was trying to pet her. Now I get swatted at if I stop petting her or don't. She's
yeah.
like, "Hey, bitch, I'm right here. Go ahead, go."
And I don't know what you think of this, Kyle, but for the heck of
Yeah,
it, I tossed in the description a link in case someone wanted to come in.
yeah.
So if anyone wants to come in here and join us, feel free.
Come on in, hop in.
Yeah,
More
I
fake
like that,
accounts
Nate.
from
More
Providence
fake
than
accounts.
the actual Provident resident.
H, what's up?
Uh, dude, I don't know what's up with her though. See, let's see. I mean, now she's gonna be all over me. She's gonna get down and hop back up. I feel like
Now
Doctor Evil right now.
we got, hey, Nate. Yeah, my little guys, I don't know why they're not around me.
Yeah, usually. Yeah, I don't know what it is with her lately. Like she cries at me for me to pick her up. She was always, like I said, just kind of feisty.
Hop, skip, jump
Wanted
in.
attention once in a blue moon, but
Yep. Yeah. One of the
just shed it,
problems,
sweetie.
yeah,
Ah,
satisfied
ah, ah.
here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
at some point, I don't think at some point I'm ever going to do anything in these other. I'm happy enough, trying to do something in YouTube. Unless I had a
What?
business, then I think if I had a business, then I think it makes sense to do,
Well,
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter,
well, you have
everything.
a business.
You know what? That's true. I have thought if I put as much effort into grow my business as I do trying to get subscribers, I might be making a bit more money.
I know, huh? Hey, it's funny. So you made signs for people to follow you on YouTube. But I'm an accountant with my own. My own accountant. You know what? I don't need signs for that. I'm good.
Yep, yep. Well, I'm pretty busy, so
Like, look at her. Like, she's like out of control. Like,
yeah. I
she's so pretty.
Now could that be a sign of old age or getting sick or?
I don't know. Well, it's funny you say that because 2 years ago, her sister, or I don't know, another cat in the house though, the older one was like, I guess the mother cat,
Yep,
and when she pat now these cat this one and my other one, Gizmo, they were like they'd go outside all night long and hunt mice, where we'd come outside every morning to like 5 to 10 mice. Then all of a sudden, when the other one died, they stopped going outside. Just recently, I had to get mouse traps to kill mouse in the house because they weren't even trying to kill them or anything like that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, but all of a sudden, they're starting to go back to like find them now. But man, it was like they got very weird for a while.
I've got a couple of rabbits in the yard that my dogs are looking to get their hands on or their jaws on.
Yeah,
Luckily, I've got one of those invisible fences, and it drives the dog crazy. I'll see them in this one area of the yard just going nuts trying to get at this rabbit.
yeah.
But
Well, didn't you say though that sometimes they do go through it though?
yeah, that if they want to bad enough, they'll just charge in there.
That's crazy to me. I thought it just wouldn't. They
No,
wouldn't like.
they know it's going to last 5 seconds, and one of mine, the black one, Beans, he'll just say the hell with it. And hey, Ellie Orchard, howdy.
Oh, you want to see the kitty? Oh, finally. I was gonna, now. See, now I wanted to pick her up. She's like, "Yeah, I'm out of here."
Oh, she's done with you.
Yeah.
Well, Ellie, I think I can show you a dog. Frank, I've got a treat.
Oh. If my dog were here, he'd come bolting from anywhere.
Yeah,
He doesn't come down into the basement, so I'm pretty lucky. But
yeah,
give a shit. He'll just jump on top of me. He doesn't even care.
come on. So Ellie, it's not a cat, but there you go.
Oh man, they're so friendly. They're
Yeah.
such a friendly dog.
They're good boys. For some reason, when I got labs, I thought they were going to be bigger.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we've got a lot of coyotes and things like that around here. And, I wanted a dog that would be big enough to defend itself out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, this one's 80, 85 pounds. So,
yeah, so he's about the same weight as my pit bull. My pit bull's just shorter and stockier.
Yep. And we got bearded Urich that just showed up in the house.
Well, you've seen pictures of my pit bull. Dude, he's got a big head, man. I say puppy, but he's not really a puppy.
Russ Young.
How's it going, buddy?
Welcome in. Oh, and I can't be a jerk and only give one of them. And I'm falling behind on this. And Josh said he saw my Lex review and is looking to try a new company. Well, if you haven't tried Luxurious Bastard yet, that's definitely a good place to go. And
one I haven't tried yet.
Luxurious Bastard has samples for, I think, that $4.95. So if you don't want to break the bank, just pick up a bunch of samples.
Yeah.
Smelly Turtle, welcome. Hey, Dagan. I thought Dagan worked on Thursdays.
Now, see, a lot of times, a lot of scents I don't like. I don't like the scent profiles. That's why I just don't mind buying oils and butters. It's like whatever.
Yep. In fact, Bearded Rudy said, CJ, I enjoyed your Hey Dude video. Who's CJ? Because I could have sworn I saw a Hey Dude video. Oh, he's going to be talking about Bearded Yerk, I think. Oh.
Oh,
there he is.
Dude. Ken will leave you back there for 20. Ken will leave you there for 20 minutes.
Struggling and stuff. That's all right. I knocked out 4 more labels while I was waiting. No,
a bunch of times Kyle's going out and he'll be down there going like this.
Come on.
Around. Hey, I'm over here. Yeah. I'll get close to the thing, and I'll start making faces at it.
Yeah, man.
No refreshments.
Refreshments. No. You know what? I went to get the headphones. I should have grabbed a beer or something when I was down there. Oh, well.
Well, I'm doing coffee. In fact, on Thursdays, I often go out, but I've got a parade of clients coming in tomorrow. So not even a little bit of boozing for me tonight.
Dude,
actually, yeah, I put a cup out. I was going to make a coffee, and then I got distracted, and I came up here. And I should have probably just hit the start button and just made the coffee.
Yeah,
probably. You would have had enough time.
Yeah.
Man, Nate, this butter smells so good. This Massel, dude. I know it's like I create it, so you think I'm like liking it more than I would any other one, or just kind of talk it up more. But it's such a great scent. That apple is with that champagne together is so good.
Yeah, I like that. The champagne, I just ordered 2 more bottles, which arrived today. So I got those are here. So just in case, there's a run on Massel, I'll be ready to go.
Yeah. No, dude, that collaboration corner is just an awesome thing, man. And it's just how involved you are with your customers is great.
In fact, Nate, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just going to say, I love Collaboration Corner because it really lets me connect with people. And, I've missed doing that for so long, especially, the last couple of years. So it's been an awesome outlet for meeting people and for just getting new ideas, which is fun.
And Dagan's got Massel on the way.
Dagan, I'm telling you, man, you're going to love it. It's a nice warm scent. It's really amazing. what's great about it too, you get different scents throughout the day. You pick up the tobacco later on, the sea salt and the lemon. I get it later on.
Mhm.
It's a nice one.
What's the scent profile on that again?
Apple, champagne, Cuban tobacco, lemon, and sea salt.
Let me see. Let me grab a bottle real quick because I want to. Hold on one second.
And the tobacco works in there?
Yes. You get it.
And
Satisfied
Junior's got it en route too.
All right. Sorry about that. So, Ken, I thought of you when I created these labels. I don't know if you saw what I had posted, that I had forgotten to include a particular carrier oil when I transitioned over to the color labels. I'm like, shit, man. I mean, so like I made like 4 or 5 different labels. Like this one doesn't have apricot oil on the bottom. And I'm like, the first thing I thought about when I thought about that I need to reprint these is that, damn, Ken's gonna see this.
Ken will pick that stuff up. Hey,
it's good though, but I mean, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I updated it so now they all say. In fact, I just sent one out to Rick, and I put a little. I had the original label, so I put a little sticky on it saying this also includes apricot oil. So.
I got it. And Swagalicious, is that a new scent coming out from you, Nate?
Yeah, it's actually out now, and he's going to be on the show Friday night.
Bearded Rudy?
No. Beard Swag.
Oh, okay, yep.
Michael Cribbs, yeah. He's the one.
Friday.
Yep. You got a fan with Bearded Knight, Josh.
Yeah, Josh has 2 cents right now, and he is planning a 3rd one.
In fact, I didn't realize until I got the Ledger Man in that I hadn't tried your butter. I've gotten your balm, but never your butter. I think it was just a case of I actually use all my butters, and I already had like 15 of them. So
Oh no, I totally get it. I mean, there's so many. There's so many. 2 ounces will last you quite a while, and like when reviewers are trying out dozens and dozens of companies, I often wonder what do they do with all of that butter and oil. I mean, it can't possibly use it all.
It sits on your. I'll tell you right now, it sits on your shelf. Because I'm the type of guy, I like to buy a butter with my oil. I don't know. I just like having the set. Like you get a different scent from a butter, and you get a different scent out of an oil. But if I like longer, like once it starts getting some length to it, I would use butter over oil every day of the week. I just like butter. Butter does more for my hair. I find the oil's only for like the skin underneath, and the scent don't last as long in the oil as it does in a butter.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think I just came up with a solution for a forking beard. Comments. There you go. You put up the comment, no more forking beard.
I was confused for a minute. I'm like, what is he?
What the hell is he saying?
I did take a couple hits before the show started, so I guess that's why.
Medicine cabinet. Oh, you mean beard cabinet?
It's like you go into your kitchen and you open up your pantry and you probably got all oils in there too, behind the Quaker Oats and
I never showed you my little closet.
I don't think I've seen your closet. No.
He's got a cool beard closet.
It's right outside. It's funny because it's right outside my kitchen.
Somebody else is a fan of your new labels. Are you going to show us the little closet? This is actually perfect. What he's got, I love it.
It's actually, but you know what? I got to add more shelves now because I'm running out of room.
Yeah, I've got to do something. Right, I've considered
buying one. I'll talk about my puppy. Here he is. Here's Dembe.
Nice.
Hey, this is my big baby. Everybody's like, don't get a pit bull. They're so vicious. I've never had a dog that is needs so much love like this guy needs. That's all he wants is to be loved by everybody.
He looks like a killer.
Dude, what are you eating? No, he likes to eat shit though. Like I don't know, like anything. He'll eat your whole shoe. Now, the other thing that sucks is I don't have good lighting in here.
I've been lucky with. I've got one dog that if he gets aggravated, he takes shoes, but at least he licks them. Doesn't chew them up.
He doesn't chew them. That's
doesn't
good.
destroy them.
Oh, this guy will chew a hole right through it, and he don't care. Let me get this light on. Let me point it in that direction.
So
there's like no light in this hallway, so you can't really see, but maybe that helped.
Holy crap, man!
I started about a year ago. Different companies, and like, and you get the ones you like, and you got a bunch of those, and you know what I mean. Then it just.
For some reason, I thought you had a glass door in front of it.
No. So look, if I close it up, this looks like. Ooh. Now this is what about the puppy. He's like at my feet. I know. I'm sorry. Dad, just love me. So that's the wall. That's the cabinet that I was just in.
So it's discreet, yeah. So.
Yeah. So it's a pretty. It's funny because what happened was, oh my God, he's like up my ass now. Chill out.
Nick H likes it.
I started upstairs and look at this. Oh, you just knocked me out. Am I still here? There we go.
Yeah.
Dude, he like just jumped on me. Okay, there he is. Sunday, you want to say hi to everybody? No.
I've considered getting one of those mini fridges and maybe talking to my brother or Justin Bell about, making some sort of rack that, advances upwards. I was going to contact Justin Bell, and then it occurred to me, my brother Kevin is a cabinet maker. So,
Oh,
you were saying that. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, no reason to have it shipped to me when I can just get him to do it.
I've been putting in some inserts for Justin Bell for his Bell's woodworking, and I just ran out of inserts. Today was the last one I got. I got 50 of them to start with, so I'm hopeful he'll send me some more. I'll put them in the different orders and hopefully help him generate some business.
I think that's it right there.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
And I don't know.
And whoever else commented, I couldn't really see the comments.
Nate, I don't know if you saw the video I did, but I've always been impressed, and I want to mention again about how you have the little crease in the sticker. Just so you can see what I'm talking about. There's a ring around it, so it's easy to take off. I did this video once with my little one where we peeled about 60 stickers and, put them on a French door. And peeling stickers is not fun. And
dude, I struggle with it. Like, first of all, I got like these big old meat hawks. You know what I mean?
Not with me.
My thumbs, I can't even get it's like a pain in the butt.
Hey, what's going on, Delivery Beard?
Sorry, you don't
go
good.
Yeah, those stickers, I lucked out. I mean, because when I designed it, I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to come out once I got it, but luckily those ones came out really nice with that ring around it.
Yeah,
I've got some new ones. They're like little 2-inch holographic stickers that came through, but they are not like that, unfortunately. They're kind of a pain to get open.
And you're probably referring to these?
Oops. Yes.
Weird. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, why are my dogs sprinting through the house?
And that's a sticker as well, right, Nate?
Mm-hmm. That's a sticker too. Yeah. I almost have too many stickers.
Yeah, I think you sent me like 3 of them.
Yeah, you sent me 3.
I'll put it on my car once like the son of a bitch. That's why the fucking I hear running.
Kevin from the Beard Shack wants to know if 3 is the max.
Hey, let's go. Get outside.
So
get outside.
So I always send stickers with every order. Outside. So you might get, if you place 2 orders in a couple of days, I'll put the same stickers in. Basically as I run low, I'll order new ones. Yeah. But I think 3 might be too much. 2 is good. 1 is okay, but 2 is even better. 3 might be overdoing it a bit.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing with 3, 3 is good though because
you know what, 8 would be good. In fact, I want to grab the greatest thing I ever got with the beard order if I can find it.
Kyle, say car again, please.
The car? My car? What?
The khakis.
Oh, the khakis. Yeah.
What color hat do you want? I want the khaki one.
No, that's khaki. Khaki and khaki.
Khaki. The khakis are in my khakis.
The khakis are my khakis, you know? All right. I parked the car. I'm right near the park.
I went to Woonsocket. I parked it side by each.
The greatest thing I've ever received with a beard order. Ferocious Beard koozie.
Now look at the inside of your koozie. Is it black or white?
It's black.
You have the original one because the new ones are white.
That's sharp too.
I can't get the black ones anymore.
Oh, Ken got a koozie?
He's got the OG koozie. You don't have a koozie yet, Kyle?
No.
Oh, I'll get you. You know how I usually determine who gets a koozie? When they place an order, if it says it's order number 1, I'll send the koozie. But sometimes that throws me off because if I send them a gift card first, that's technically order number 1. So when they come back and cash in the gift card, sometimes I've been having to say, wait, this is the person that cashed in the gift card, so I'll send them a koozie. But every now and then I miss it.
Man, I miss both of those.
I'll get you one next. Yeah, I'll get you one.
No, don't worry about it. Next time I order, I'll grab some because I'm definitely going to order again.
Yeah, no, I'll include it though next time.
And
actually, if you use code Glorious, it'll save you 15% at ferocious.com. Ferocious.
Yes.
Ferociousbeards.com, right? Ferociousbeard.com.
Ferocious Beard. Yep.
Yep.
Or F Beard.
You know, it's funny though. I think Ferocious would just work by a lot. It's a sweet name for a company, just Ferocious.
Yeah, but the names I can't get the website. That's the problem.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I figured that.
Kyle, people want you to say car keys.
Oh yeah, cool. I parked the car. I parked the car right here. I live right near the park. I got car keys.
Okay, so Ron doesn't have a white one.
I'm happy with the OG one. In fact, I haven't used it yet because I don't want to wreck it.
See, the OG one, when you hold it up against the light, no light goes through it. But with the white one, I'm holding it up against the light and I can see the outline of the logo inside it. I mean, it's blurry, but still. But I called them up and they're like, oh, we don't use that supplier anymore. We can't get those black ones anymore.
And Dagan's pulling rank. He's got 2.
He's got 2 of them.
No, he's a wealthy man.
How was that? I hope my dog's gonna find some animal running through my yard.
Kyle, how do you keep your dog in the yard?
I got chicken wire.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that'll stop him.
Well, oh yeah, well, I'm walking out there to show you, you can actually see it at nighttime, but it's just chicken wire with a few posts. But I got a rock wall in front of my house. It's just not high enough. So because they would just top over the rock wall. I have a apple ladies here. Apple ladies, a row of them. 2 dots, you can't see it. So they were running through that as well. So I just put chicken wire in front of that, which was enough to deter them. And then onto I'm trying to debate how we want to put a fence on the rock wall. If we want to eliminate the rock wall and then put up a regular wooden fence, or do we want to kind of put rod? Jesus Christ! I just drew a blank what I was thinking.
Have you ever
put a fence on the wall?
Have you ever considered doing an invisible fence?
No, my puppy's a big dummy, and he'd probably, you say, your dogs run through every now and then. He would definitely run through. My pointer would stop. He wouldn't even go near it ever again. That's like the pointer jumped on the chicken wire fence once, and that was it. He's never done it again. It's scared. It was funny. He jumped on it, and he pounced off instantly, and his paws were flailing in the air. He was like, "Oh shit!"
You know what? If you go into the backstage, you've got
to check.
What's going on, guys?
How long were you back there? How long were you back there?
Oh, for a good 10 minutes. Probably even 15.
I'm sorry.
Dude, Ken he's notorious for it. Like last week we were having technical difficulties. I'm backstage and I'm waving. I'm like, all right, what do I do? Do I send him a message? If I get off and send him a message, I'll probably disappear and then he probably won't see me again.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Drew?
I've got to
What's
say,
up, brother? How's
Kevin,
it going?
What's up, Kentucky? I was talking to him earlier today.
He's a
Kevin,
cool
that
dude.
mustache is coming in pretty fierce there.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm
I
starting.
got some good wax to go on it.
I'm starting to
once
get
it
a little
starts-
jealous.
Once it starts getting a little thick, I got to trim mine down. I can't take it.
I was the same way. But you just got to train. Just keep pushing it to the side and keep training it, and it'll just do what you want it.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
Thank
My
you.
Gotta
mustache
start
won't
doing
whistle.
that. And Dagan asked, "How do you get in the stream?" I left a link in the description, but I will not notice you down there. So you've got to basically leave a comment.
Yeah,
Let me
come on
in.
in and just sit back.
We're gonna have all the
enjoy
Texas
yourself.
guys in here.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, so Nate, you from San Antonio, right?
Fort Worth. I'm from Rhode Island, but I live in Fort Worth.
Oh, okay. So then, Dagan, he's in Dallas, and
Yeah.
I'm on the east side over here on the state line. So yeah. We got all
Okay.
kinds of-
So you're near Louisiana then?
Oh yeah.
Or
Hey.
Arkansas?
From Shreveport.
Oh, cool.
In Kentucky, I don't know if you're asking a question, but there's a link in the description that anyone that would like to can come on in.
All right, let me mute myself for a second as I yell at these fuckers.
Now, so Nate, do you consider yourself a New Englander or a Texan? You got
Well, it depends who I'm talking to. No, I mean, honestly, I consider myself a New Englander, a Rhode Islander, really more specifically. But I got to say, though, I mean, there's just a feeling in Texas, though, that you don't get. I never got in Rhode Island, of like this spirit of entrepreneurship, of a different kind of freedom here than we got up in Rhode Island. It's hard to explain what exactly the difference is because it is all U.S., but it just feels like here in Texas, you could do anything you put your mind to.
Oh yeah.
Got it. I've said a number of times that someday I'd like to move to free America. From behind the red curtain.
Yeah, I mean, Rhode Island. Just as a small example, in Rhode Island, I never ever considered owning a pistol because there's a cop every 2 minutes away. I mean, you never worry about police response in Rhode Island. At least I never did.
Yep.
Here, when we first moved here, we lived in unincorporated Tarrant County before we were annexed by Fort Worth. So it could be 30 minutes before police responded. So it was then I was like, well, let me go through some training and we'll get a pistol and a place to store it. And like it wouldn't have even crossed my mind probably in Rhode Island.
I'm surprised. I mean, a lot of times response time is if it's not 5 seconds, it's over.
Yes.
But
yeah.
I started shooting when I think I was
Set.
6 years old,
Please.
so I've always had them.
Say please.
Oh, good.
Boy.
Sure. Yeah, and another thing too, like if I remember correctly, like I lived in Cranston for a while, then I lived in Warwick, and from what I remember, at least back when I was there, even to get a pistol, you need to essentially get permission from the chief. Like you had to bring a letter asking for permission to have a firearm at home. Or maybe it was to carry. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking it was to carry.
I think it was to carry. The only thing, when I was younger, I mean, if you wanted a pistol, I believe you just walked in and bought it and walked out with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, same here. I mean, now, like in Texas, I went to Academy, and it was like, you go in and they do a quick federal background, and you leave in a half hour.
In fact, now in Rhode Island, it's very easy to get a carry permit. We've got one town that declared itself basically a Second Amendment sanctuary, and they've got instructions. You get a carry permit from, I think it's Utah, and then with that carry permit from Utah, they will automatically issue a carry permit for Rhode Island. So if you want a carry permit in Rhode Island, simple little process you can go through. You go to Foster City Hall or police station, and they're going to hook you up. Their little way of battling back against the rest of the state that considers basically owning a gun a crime. But
Massachusetts, you have to like jump through hoops.
Well, Actually, Massachusetts is kind of weird. From my understanding is that except for this Forster thing, it's actually easier to get a carry permit in Massachusetts than it is to get one in Rhode Island. Though Massachusetts got those weird laws where if I go to Massachusetts, I can't buy ammo because I'm not a Massachusetts resident. So
Okay. Huh. Now I remember seeing signs as I crossed the border into Massachusetts, like possession of a handgun is a felony or something. It was
Yeah,
like I can't
yeah.
remember the exact verbiage, but it was enough to make me think if I ever had a pistol, I wouldn't bring it into Massachusetts.
Yeah, so we have family that lives up north. My wife does, and I was debating
Jacob.
whether or not to carry my pistol with me up north, and I was like, "Well, if we get pulled over, because I'm not familiar with the policies up north." So,
Right.
when the trip got canceled, we didn't go. What's going on, Dagan?
Hey,
Hey, Dagan.
Dagan. Yeah, with Massachusetts, I think that's because they have gun registration. So if I travel to Massachusetts with a gun in the car, it's not a registered firearm in Massachusetts. Therefore, I win the lottery. You know.
Now Texas just changed something late last year, I think, where now you don't need a permit in Texas to carry a firearm, whether it's concealed or on your exposed.
Okay.
Now, I personally don't necessarily agree with that 100% because that basically means that people that would normally have to go through training to get one may bypass. Oh, I don't need training, but that's where it is now in Texas.
I think every state, I think everywhere, you should have to have some kind of training before you're allowed to have a license.
I mean, anything you allow them to do to restrict can be abused by the government.
Right.
For example, I don't want training. I mean, I've been shooting my entire life. I don't think I need training.
Well,
You don't.
I'm saying, but you don't. But there's not everybody like that. You know what I mean? So I think you have to have some kind of training to actually get it. So all right. So even if they want to start training as kids and teaching them how to use the firearm, how to properly do everything, then that makes sense. Because now they're learning at a young age, kind of growing up with it, understanding it. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying, though, Ken, about the freedom to be able to make your own decisions. And I generally agree with that theory. But I also wish that, or hope it, maybe I hope more than wish, but I hope people are taking it seriously if they do get one.
It's funny.
They're not.
I just watched a movie a couple days ago. It's one of who's that director that they say is the worst ever? Something Wood. Johnny Depp did a movie about him. He did that Plan 9 from Outer Space movie.
I don't know who it is. I know what you're talking about, but I don't understand.
He's just a horrible director from the 50s. And I was watching this Plan 9 from Outer Space movie. Really horrible movie. But the thing I got a kick out of is the detective waving his gun around at everybody. It was almost amazing to watch. It was as though he was talking with his hands, but with the gun in his hand, just kind of pointing it at everybody he talked to. It just, for some reason, that is the one thing that stuck out to me about the movie.
Seb's going to get a tomahawk.
Now, what I hate about movies, though, is once I start watching one, I have to finish it.
Right.
So
even if it sucks?
Even if it sucks, I have to. It's like, dude, this movie's awful. And I've tried to shut it off. I always end up going back to it. I was like, I have to finish watching it. I just have to know. I have to know what happens at the end.
Well, try Plan 9 from Outer Space and let's see if that holds up.
You might not want to start it.
There's only been one movie I watched that I was like, that's enough of this. Was Borat. I was like, all right, this is like, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
This is enough for me. It was like, it just got so stupid. I'm like, this is like I don't mind stupid and laughing at it, but there's only so much stupid laughing I can do. And that was just like over the top. And I was like, I had enough of this. Like Will Ferrell, I get that with Will Ferrell. I have enough of Will Ferrell, but I'll watch this whole movie. That was just like brutal.
So Dagan, you got a Thursday free.
Well, normally I have a meetings that I go to, whether it be on Zoom or in person, but I actually had to work late today, so by the time I got off of work, it's too late to go to the meeting. So, But more for the guns thing. Actually, me and my dad, when Texas first came out the concealed handgun license, me and my dad went and got it together, and I've kept it renewed ever since. And I think one of my favorite handguns I have is when my grandfather died. I got his 45 Colt that he actually carried in the service.
Oh
So
wow.
that's pretty cool. And then one time, years later, my cousin came out to visit. He wanted to go shoot, and so we went to the range, and he wanted to shoot that one. He said, he asked if he could, basically have it. I mean, get it. And I said, well, let's go shoot it first. And the funny thing is, every time he shot it, when he shot it, the mechanism stayed back. It didn't go back forward like it should. And I said, see, and of course it worked for me. It worked fine when I shot it. So I told him that's a sign that I got to keep it. So
Right.
There
He
it
wasn't
is.
holding it correctly. That's what it was.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
Dagan, I was going to say that's interesting that he was able to bring his service weapon back from the military, because I know
Yeah.
they wouldn't do that nowadays.
Well, yeah, that was way back then. He was a
Yeah, that's a way
retired-
different time.
Yeah, he retired from the military. He was a CW4
Nice.
or warrant officer 4. What do they call him? I can't remember.
Yeah,
what they call
chief
it.
warrant officer.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
And
Awesome.
Dan B chimed in to let us know that it was Ed Wood, that worst
Ed
director
Wood.
ever. Johnny Depp did a movie about him. He made horrible movies. That's what he's famous for.
Never even heard of him.
Except for Plan 9 from Outer Space. You got to check that one out, Kyle.
Is that on Netflix?
I don't know. I
It's
hope not.
I found it on Amazon, and you can watch it
okay.
free with commercials.
That's pretty bad when you when it's free and you can watch it with commercials.
Yeah.
You know it's a bad movie then.
Yeah.
Hulu. I hate Hulu, man, because now I gotta get I got the Disney package, the Disney Plus, the ESPN Plus, and Hulu. But I didn't realize that Hulu, if you don't get the Hulu Plus, you gotta watch the damn fucking commercials.
Yeah, we
Right.
got the commercials on Hulu too.
It's like every 5 seconds. It's like a 5 minutes of the show, and then all of a sudden the commercial comes on. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, yeah, I recently got. I've had Hulu for a while, but I recently got Hulu Plus because I canceled my cable. And but when I signed up for Hulu Plus, is like it still had ads on it, but I could pay for like $5 more for Hulu Plus and get ad free. So I
Right.
kept it with the ads. I know I paid extra $5 for no ads. I mean,
Yeah. How much is Hulu?
I don't know. Well, I got the Disney package, so I got Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu, and I pay like $12.99 or $13.99 a month.
Got
I don't
it.
know if that's
Okay.
good or bad, but it's good for me for ESPN Plus because I do watch a lot of. Well, I'm big into sports, but I watch a lot of the UFC too. So a lot of fights are on there,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
So their website says Hulu $6.99, Hulu no ads $12.99, and then Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu Plus Live TV is $69.99. So
Wow.
Speaking
I'm the
of,
same. Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Peter Rudy says I hate ads. I hate ads on YouTube, so I pay the extra $15 a
Right.
month for the ad free on YouTube.
That's what I was just going to ask if anyone else here has YouTube Premium.
I used
No.
to.
I don't.
Nope.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
can't stand ads on on YouTube. When I
The only time I hate it is when I'm in the shower and my hands are all wet and I'm trying to skip the ad. And it won't hit the button. Then you knock your phone down then your phone's in the water. Oh, dude, it's a hot mess sometimes. So maybe now that I think about it, it might be worth it.
Yep.
Nick Cate says if you have Sprinter or T-Mobile, they give you Hulu for free. Which
wow.
T-Mobile does, yeah.
and do you have to watch it on your phone though?
Yes.
Oh well,
You have to watch it on your phone.
From what I understand. Now, I mean, I got Verizon, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what the lady at the store was saying, that it does include it. She didn't say if you could log into the TV part of it or not. She just mainly said that, yeah, you can watch it on your phone, no extra charge.
okay.
Zeb, I don't. Well, the pay-per-view Zebs, I stream them. So
Oh, in Nick H, I guess saying no, you can't.
You
Just
can't watch it
said
on your TV?
I guess not.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome, man. No problem. Yeah, Black Amber is starting to become number one on our list. It's either Greek or Black Amber.
Very
And-
cool.
I still
Well,
prefer-
yeah. Have any of
Yeah,
y'all
now
tried
see-
Beer Shack soap?
Now,
No one else except you has.
Wow.
They haven't tried the soap yet.
It's awesome soap. Y'all should get some.
And
I'm just saying.
okay, I thought Nick H was saying that you can't. He's saying you can watch it from your phone as well as the TV.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay.
So it sounds like I've got to get Hulu.
I have
You can
Netflix. I
count.
have Amazon Plus, so it comes with Amazon there. And I got
Oh, it
Hulu,
does?
Disney, and plus I pay a fucking fortune for cable because I get like the sports package, and now that's
Yeah.
why I don't know. I have HBO on my cable. I wonder if I get HBO Max with it.
See, I have HBO Max through Hulu, but I still have ads on Hulu. But
Dude, I didn't
I don't
realize all these things are connected like this. So you get HBO Max through Hulu.
yeah, because they're just trying to look for your
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, at every corner they want you to join. So like they give you as many options as possible. But yeah, I pay Hulu once a month, and that pays for HBO and Hulu. And I guess now the Disney Plus, since my daughters wanted to watch something on there.
One thing
Yeah,
I
we
never
had Disney Plus for a whole year with Verizon, but after that year, I wasn't going to pay more for it. So
It's like
Yeah.
$12.99. Well, I got the three of them, so it's only $12. So I don't know what Disney Plus is by itself.
I've got to cancel Showtime and Stars. I was getting it for 99 cents a month for 2 months, and I think the 2 months is over in about 4 days.
Dude, I
Right.
got HBO, Showtime, Cinemax. I got them all, and I don't even know why because I don't even watch them that much anymore.
And I wanted to mention that we're at the hour mark. I know, Kyle,
Okay.
you'd like to get over to Willy Wizard.
Yeah, I'll hop over in a minute. We'll give it a. It was very cool. You guys all hop in though. This is
oh yeah,
we should
Yeah,
we should
thank
kind of
you.
like we should set this up once a month as a thing where we let people hop in with us.
Yeah.
It's
I,
actually pretty cool.
I
Chatting with
got a kick
everybody.
out of what Dan B said. I actually got a bunch of digital antennas. They're like $20, and you get like 50, 60 stations. All your local
Now,
news.
see, I grabbed one of those once and tried it, and it didn't work for shit for me.
Mine works really good. You got to
Huh.
get the 50 miles plus one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strongest one they've got. Get that one.
Now
It's-
I want to say, an old man told me. Now this is when it was analog antenna.
Yeah.
That it needed to be 33.5 feet above ground. Now I don't know up north if it's that way, but down here in Texas, it needs to be 33.5 feet is where that antenna needs to be, and it can shoot all the way from Carthage to Dallas. I mean, that's 4 hours away. So I mean,
For me,
Wow.
when I'm talking about digital antenna, plug it into the back of the TV, like a 15-foot cable on it, and you stick it in the window, and you're done.
no, I'm
Oh,
talking
wow.
like one of those big ones, the
Yeah.
huge ones.
Like the ones you put up in the attic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
I've had
me,
a few
it's
houses where I've had some of those old ones up in the attic.
Aldemir is in.
Hey, Aldemir.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
But yeah, digital antennas for me are great. And I live in a really hilly area. I should have trouble, but $20
Wow.
antenna, and I'm watching football.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. There's a place when in my old house, which is only like 5 miles from here, we had a digital antenna just to try it out, and I couldn't get one of the local channels, and like I could get the other 2 or 3, I guess, but I couldn't get like CBS or something out of Dallas because of the placement of their antenna just was not conducive to receiving it here in the upper North Fort Worth area. So,
Ooh, Dagan's getting fancy.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What's my
He-
stuff?
He's the fancy one. I can come
Wow.
from different angles.
Yeah, I got my my
Yeah,
side.
Mine's
Dan B
all right,
says
though.
he's got one of those cheap antennas too. Works great.
Yeah. I mean, I did a side job for a random neighbor, and it was just basically checking all the connections and
working.
turning that antenna to where it was peaked out. And then, his dad, that's all he does is watch TV. And so it was a blessing for him. So,
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
do work, and they work good.
The one thing I vowed to never get is Verizon. They were sending out these flyers. I must have gotten 10 of them. $69.99, internet, cable,
Yeah, right.
and telephone. I finally, after getting about 10 of them, called them up, and they spent about 45 minutes refusing to sell me the $70 package and telling me how bad it was, and you really got to get more. And I said, never, I'll never get Verizon, just for
Wow.
wasting my 45 minutes.
Yeah, we have Comcast, and it's fucking expensive as shit, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I
I'm
live
paying
out
like
in the boondocks. All I have is
I'm paying like
cellular or
I'm
antenna.
paying like $250 a month for cable, phone, and internet.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
why mine was about 180, and I just said, this is crazy. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't.
Right.
I say it's crazy every month, and then I pay the bill.
Anyone know what Life Below Zero is? Aldermer?
Later, Russ is taking off.
I never heard of
Later,
Life Below Zero. I've been watching Alone,
What?
streaming Alone.
So long, Russ.
That's
Oh
it.
yeah, I gotta get going as well. So if you guys want to keep going, that's up to you guys. But I'm gonna hop off and head over to Willy Wizard.
Nice, have fun.
And see
All right,
you
guys, have a
later.
great night.
Good seeing you.
Later.
Yeah. So yeah, land of the free in Texas. I'm envious. All three of you too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, definitely different. That's for sure. Not sure. I don't even know I don't even know when the next governor's race is. Isn't it the same years as the presidential race?
I don't think so.
Or is it
I don't
this?
remember.
Yeah, okay, I'm not sure, but I know, like, it seems to me like the Florida and Texas have similar mindsets for governor. They're both similar mindsets, So
Who's the
definitely,
governor in Texas right now?
Greg Abbott.
Greg Abbott.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
Wait,
knows
who's
the
Cruz? Who's Cruz then?
He's the senator, right?
Senator.
Oh,
Senator Ted
Florida.
Cruz.
Yeah.
the governor from Florida. He's that guy that's been really outspoken. I can't think of his
DeSantis.
name. DeSantis. Yeah.
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 I mean, it's definitely, especially with two girls, it's kind of, I don't necessarily agree with everything he says. I'll just put it that way. But it's like, I've got two girls, that are growing up here. So we just, it's different than a lot of places.
Yeah. Still any talk about secession? I know that was a big Texas thing for a while.
I mean, I've heard about it, but the thing is, like, Texas really does need the rest of the U.S. for, I mean, yeah, we can do a lot of things here in Texas, but the infrastructure can't just support Texas. Like, we rely on other states and international wouldn't change, but we rely on other states too for commerce and so forth. So,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely people talk about it. I've heard even talk about breaking the U.S. into like pockets, maybe 4 or 5 countries versus the large country we're in now.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'd have to move if that were the case. Yeah. For me, I mean, it's living here. It's almost like living behind enemy lines. It's
Yeah.
freedom isn't the most important thing up here.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Like, I mean, when I used to, believe it or not, I had a small business in Rhode Island back in like 2001, 2002. It was called cheerpackages.com. And it was basically gift boxes. And no matter if you made any money or not, you still had to pay the state a minimum tax every year because they don't care if you don't make, like, I only have to pay taxes on what I generate sales tax on in Texas.
Yeah.
If I don't sell anything to anyone in Texas a particular quarter, I owe 0. In Rhode Island, it would not be the case. I'd have a minimum tax you'd have to pay.
Yeah, the minimum excise tax, and it's kind of funny for eons, it was $250, and they came with the great idea of doubling it, and from 250 to 500. I think they actually lost money because people that had 5 LLCs for 5 rental properties said, "The hell with this! $500 times 5, that's some real money."
Yeah.
So people started closing down the LLCs and combining them into a single one, just to get away from getting hammered with, that $500 tax, that minimum
Yeah.
tax you were talking about.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was probably 250 when you were here, but
Yeah. Yeah. It was like 250. And the thing is, I always assumed that people that did it the right way and actually created a business, an LLC, were getting charged a lot more than the people that were just kind of just doing it, under the table and not even being an official business. Those guys, they could just pull up and move around real quickly without being detected,
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't want that legal protection or the corporate form, you could just be a sole proprietor. Then it's Zippo. So
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah.
yeah, but
So,
and Rick says that DeSantis will be president someday. I don't doubt it. I mean, I would imagine there's been some grandstanding on his part, getting himself in the public eye.
mhm.
And I just looked it up. Governor reelection is 2022. So
Okay. So yeah. So
Yeah, but from what I understand, even your state is starting to tip a little bit.
I hope not.
I don't know.
I think, I mean, what's funny though, like you rarely see, like when you drive down the road and during an election year, you'll see like Republican signs, Republicans, for judge, for constable, for all these different positions. You rarely ever see a Democrat sign.
Right.
I know, like, what's his name, Betos, a few years ago when he was running for president, and they had an awful shooting at a Walmart in Texas, and Betos said, "You're damn right. We're going to take your weapons," and like that was the final call for him. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's not a smart guy, but like he would. That was it. Like he has no chance, I don't think, in Texas of
Right. Well,
becoming.
see, the other problem is that we have a lot of people from California moving in.
Yep.
And, if I put bumper stickers on my vehicle, I would definitely get one of those that says, "Don't California my Texas," because I mean, we're Texas and we're Texas for a reason. We're very proud of this state, and we've came a long ways. And I'm not gonna lie, California's kind of all messed up. So I mean, don't bring.
Well, California, you're right to your point. Yeah, California, they are different than even most liberal states. They're like, because they will pass bills to spend money that they haven't even thought about where it's going to start from.
Yeah.
And they're obligated then to fund it. And it's like, well, how does that happen?
And to answer Russ's question, yes, I will. Something that you were talking about, how you never see a Democrat, posters. In Rhode Island, a lot of the Democrats aren't really Democrats. They're, Republicans at heart, but they know better than to run as a Republican in Rhode Island. So really being a Democrat or elected Democrat in Rhode Island, to some extent, doesn't really mean much. There are a lot of conservative guys that run as Democrats because they know they can't get anywhere if they run as a Republican.
Yeah. Well, that's I mean, this is my opinion only, but obviously, the Republican Party has changed. Like I loved Ronald Reagan. I thought he was, to me, like maybe it was just because that was when I was growing up in my formative years. I really appreciated Reagan a lot. There are no more Reagan Republicans anymore. It is a different party now. And so those are the types of Republicans that I really like. Small government. The U.S. is number one, and we're gonna be that beacon on a hill for other countries to look at us and say, that is a free country, and I wish we were more like America. Things have changed a lot, so.
And what you were talking about, Texas and California, we've got something similar here. People from Massachusetts moving to New Hampshire to escape the taxes and the rules. and then as soon as they get to New Hampshire, they vote as if they were in Massachusetts,
Yes.
and are slowly turning New Hampshire into Massachusetts.
Yeah, people gotta learn. I mean, you make a mistake, let's learn from it. So that's the biggest thing. Learn from your mistakes, and don't just carry more drama around with you. That's not going to solve anything.
Yep.
Hey, Ken,
Yes.
I have a message from Bearded Vado for those that have not already. So y'all need to listen to this message from Bearded Vado.
Don't be a beard, Karen, and smash that like button.
I can't even see the like button from where I am. Yeah, I never mention it because I can't see it. No.
Yeah, because you're running through StreamYard. You're not running through YouTube.
Yeah.
And so, if you don't have YouTube up, like I have 2 screens, and so I have actual YouTube up there, I can see the latest and greatest comment. And the like button's down there on the bottom. So
Yeah, I always have 2 screens up myself. Actually, now I have 3 screens. I got a dual monitor setup now.
Awesome.
Oh wow!
And I got dual monitors. Then I got my my little MacBook over here to the side too.
I've got 3 monitors. I wish I could get 4 set up here. In fact, I usually turn that one so it doesn't shine in the window. But my understanding is something about the something in the settings that the computer can't handle. The pixels stretching it out to 4 screens. At least that's what my computer guy tells me, that 3 he can do, 4.
I've never tried 4, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So take a look at this monitor I've got. This is one of those that's like a curved monitor.
Okay. Yeah.
So it takes the place of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes the place of 2 monitors. It's a where is it? Samsung. I got it
like
at
a
Best
40
Buy.
inch, 42 inch.
Yeah.
Big one.
And I got it on sale. Like, it was a Black Friday sale. I think they actually boosted the price since then, but I think I got it for like $800. But it takes the place of 2 extra monitors. So I've got my laptop monitor plus the one that serves as 2.
I've heard of people getting like a big 55-inch television and just using that and dicing up the screen into frames. I mean, with 3 monitors, I pretty much turn it into 5. The 2 on the sides, I split the screen, and then I have a main working. Plus, I like to watch really bad movies when I'm working. I find movies that are so uninteresting that it'll act as like background music. I'm not going to be tempted to stop working to follow the storyline. That's how I found Planet 9 from Outer Space.
Have you checked out Pluto TV? That's a free app. You can go to the web Pluto TV. That's free TV.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah, you get that.
I used to watch that when I was in the RV.
Okay. Yeah, Three's Company or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I just brought it up. And it does say watch free.
Yep. I don't even think you have to sign up. You just go to the website.
Oops. Yeah, it just started playing. And what's that? TV shows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, like, they'll have the Three's Company channel or the, Judge Judy channel. There's lots and lots of different ones.
Oh, cool. I find a lot of the old shows that I thought were so awesome, they really don't hold up. The Rockford Files. I saw it listed on, it was either Amazon or Netflix. And I thought, wow, seasons and seasons of the Rockford Files. I think I got through half a show and, watching the same car chase and watching James Garner get sucker punched, 3 or 4
It's like Knight
times.
Rider. I used to love Knight Rider. Then I watched an episode of Knight Rider maybe 2 years ago. I'm like, this isn't that good.
Yeah, what was I thinking back in the day watching this?
Yeah.
I did that so I mean, I was born in 81, so I'm like, I know I'm the youngest one here. So, but I mean, I rewatched like the G.I. Joe cartoon, I don't know, like 10 years ago, and I was thinking, well, why did I watch this? I mean, it's so horrible.
Yeah.
I don't think I was wrong that our cartoons were a lot better than the ones now. The old Warner Brother cartoons.
Yeah.
I think they were still pretty awesome. I don't think you can find a lot of them because they did have some questionable, things that they were saying and doing,
Yeah. But I mean, you're right. Yeah, a lot of time, like even some of the Disney movies are like, well, this is a, inappropriate story, but we're not going to get rid of it. We're just going to warn you about it which I don't blame them. They shouldn't get rid of it. That was what it was back then,
Yep.
So,
Yeah. So Pluto TV, I'm gonna have to check that out. And I still want to check out a bunch of these, whatever his name was,
Ed Wood.
Ed Wood, yeah. Just something about really rotten. A lot of them are cult classics now. People that love the really crappy ones. It's almost how poorly put together they were is almost got that campy.
Yes. What was that one? The one where the guy, what was the name of it?
Joshua Ricks.
It was the one where it was like a creature that was like fell into like a nuclear waste thing or something, and he would then go around the city like harassing people and killing them. What the heck was it?
It was a show or a movie?
A movie.
Uh-huh.
Dang, I can't remember the name of it, but it's always rated as one of the top worst movies made, but just like his face is melting and stuff when he's coming out of like this trash. You know what I'm talking
Dark
about?
Man.
What?
Dark Man?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Let me check if I can find it.
I think it was Dark Man.
Ian, are you in subscriber only mode?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, just for comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you weren't, because if anybody was in here and not subscribed to Ken, y'all need to subscribe.
Yeah. In fact, it's kind of funny. I I started this stream with more subscribers than I'm ending it.
Sorry, did I kill it?
No. I tend to not care. I mean, if you keep on putting out stuff that people want to see, supposedly it'll keep growing. I do want to quickly look up a list worst movies ever made, just to see what they come up with.
I know.
Yeah, I was looking at
this
There
past
should be
week.
one by Tom Cruise and probably that Shaolin monk soccer movie or whatever. Should be on there too. I remember going to the movie theaters and falling asleep to that one because it was horrible.
Wikipedia actually has a pretty nice list. What they do is they do the worst movies by the decade.
Oh, cool.
For example, for the 1930s, they've got Maniac, Reefer Madness, and The Terror of Tiny Town.
I don't remember that one.
I remember Reefer Madness.
Ken, I got to rag on you a little bit. You like to leave comments up on the screen way too long.
Oh. Well, and it's kind of my way of knowing where I left off.
No, that's a good way of doing it too. Yeah, I'm guilty of that myself.
And my Plan 9 from Outer Space is on there. As the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth worst movie of the 1950s.
Is that a black and white movie then?
Yes, but it was colorized when I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
And wow, now that I found this list, I'm going to go through it. Just something about horrible movies that I get a kick out of. Plus, like I said, I get to have something playing in the background and doesn't, grab me. I'm wondering what The Terror of Tiny Town is.
I've been watching, so I'll open up YouTube, but then YouTube has a lot of music, and I'll do one of those, I forget what it's called, like Chill While You Code or, something like that. And it's just straight instrumental, sometimes, they get different variations that like a lot of bass, little bass,
Uh-huh.
guitar, blues, whatever the case may be. And that's what I've been doing here lately when I do orders and stuff, make stuff and everything.
The other thing
Gotcha.
I'll do is documentaries, World War II, World
Oh,
War
yeah.
One. It's something interesting going on, but I know what happens, so I can still pay attention.
You ever watch that Tora?
No.
That's a good movie.
Oh
You
wait,
can find it. The Japanese. and-
World
Yep.
War II.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you were still on the bad movies list, so
Oh,
it didn't click.
I still can't find that movie I was talking about. I'll send it to you in a message once I find it.
Has anyone ever seen An American Hippie in Israel?
No.
No.
That was one of the bad movies of the 1970s.
It's in Blu-ray. You can get it in Blu-ray though. Just saw it.
For the 2000s, they have Titanic in here, but the legend goes on. God knows what that one was about. A Titanic sequel, you would imagine it's probably not good. That might be the one where they follow the life of no, that was the original. The old woman that throws the jewel off. For a second, I thought that was a sequel.
Oh yeah, there's Titanic too.
Yeah.
100 years later, lightning strikes twice.
Oh, that's the description of Titanic.
Yeah.
But, well, guys, I do have to get back to work, though it's getting, maybe I won't. But I do appreciate everyone coming in. I'm wondering if this is something we should do all the time, is just leave that opening, unless we have a guest on.
Right. Yeah. If you got a guest on, don't leave it on.
Yeah. What do you think? Did it help your stream?
I mean, there's no way to know.
Do you feel better with guests on, or just well? It's usually you two, right? You and Kyle. So like, as long as
I feel better for the people watching with guests on, if that instead of just listening to Kyle and I. I think so I feel better about it. I still haven't been doing this for that long, and we started off with the topic of YouTube versus Instagram, but I felt like that topic kind of was dying after 20 minutes. And, when you're faced with 40 more minutes, you can let the stream, the chat kind of help you along and get you in a direction. But, for me still, I'm at points start thinking, what the hell am I going to say? What am I going to talk about?
I'm like, on my Friday shows, when I have guests, I like having guests because it helps the conversation keep flowing. Whereas when it's just me, I just learn that, okay, if I'm thinking inside, what am I going to talk about for the next 15 minutes? And nobody in the comments brings up anything, then I'm like, okay, guys, let's do a giveaway and then have a great night, pretty much. Because other than that, I don't want to just be like, And
I do say that we're going to do an hour-long stream, so I would hate to just end it after 35 minutes for lack of being able to, come up with anything. Though, I mean, I've always got some ideas in the back of my head for, if I really get stuck, I had thought about doing one where we just have like new channels on as guests to talk about themselves. And, because when you start, it's a tough racket. It's, when you're under 100 subscribers, you're getting, 12 views for video. It can be frustrating. So,
like Gloria said earlier, I think it's a good idea for y'all to have guests on sometimes, at least once a month. 'Cause like me and Ron, when we do our community talk, we actually put a link in the, like you did in the description. We put a link in the chat for anybody to join on those, and then of course we have Creation Station where we actually have on guests. So
right,
yeah. In fact, I've seen the community talk one, and I had really planned to come in this past Sunday, but then I remembered the Super Bowl was on. And when I say I remembered the Super Bowl was on, my brother sent me a text about meeting up someplace for the Super Bowl, and I'm like, yeah, what day is that happening? And it's like today, 6:30. I really wasn't paying attention, had no clue that the Super Bowl was going to be last Sunday.
Well, we have the live playing on 6 p.m. Central every Sunday. 7 p.m. Eastern, and I like to keep that no matter what's going on. Okay,
Yeah, no, you
it's still going to go on. So
yeah.
I think there's one time where we didn't go on, and that was because I was out of town in Brownsville, and the signal down there wouldn't have been that great for streaming, so it just didn't do it that Sunday. But
Mm-hmm.
And Nate, you changed the time of yours from
On Tuesday nights, I changed it to 7:30 Central instead of 8:30 Central, because the kids are right next door trying to sleep by the time it would
I
end.
remember you
So
mentioned that.
yeah, and I was like nervous that we weren't going to get that many people, because I know a lot of people watch other shows that night and come into the collaboration corner after their shows are ending. But I had like 34 people show up, so I guess
yeah,
that's fine. I'm okay with
you
that.
you were still doing good. You were doing good. So
Yeah. So I was relieved to see that, because the reason I changed it to 8:30 originally from 8 o'clock was because there was a lot of people on another show that would come over and want to submit scent ideas, and they missed it because they were on the other show. So I was like, well, let me shift it half hour at least to give people some chance to do it. But yeah, it seems like it's working out well. So
Good.
Cool. But I should probably wrap this up. It's
yeah.
I think I'll try and get one tax return done before I go to bed.
Nice.
Usually Thursdays are my night to, see my brother and friends, but I've got too many clients coming in, and the idea of even having the faintest smell of booze, from the night
Oh
before,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't, so
Take care of
So
your
you
business.
do a lot of state taxes too, right? State
A
and
lot.
federal, right? State.
Oh yeah, well, we're not like Texas,
Yeah.
everybody's
So I mean,
got-
like, wherever you end up being in the future, like if you want to continue that business, try to at least get a license to work in states that you can do state taxes, because there's no state taxes obviously in Texas.
Yeah. And I mean, I do tax returns for people living in all kinds of different states. Now,
Okay.
most people just email me whatever documents or drop it in Dropbox or Google Drive. Especially with COVID, it really kind of helped out on that end.
Mhm.
People didn't want to meet you. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
those people that were slow to go to the electronic delivery, really kind of warmed up to it. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's awesome.
I hardly ever print out a return anymore. Everybody just, gets it electronically delivered, which, I mean, if they ever need a copy, they're never finding the copy I gave them anyway. It's always, can I have a copy of, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
But I really appreciate you guys coming on, and
Thanks for having us.
appreciate everybody
Yeah, thank you.
that watched. And I'll end this and see you guys backstage if you're still there.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.